Hi, I'm Fee, CEO of Brand Champions. I'm here with Jon, our new Chief Creative Officer, to talk about our new brand identity. 2025 is a real focus for us on growing our business and really making sure we elevate our creative offering, which is why we've now got Jon on board.
So I think it's important that when we look at our creative offering, it feels like it's naturally aligned with all the fantastic work we do in the marketing and insight setup for our clients. Mm-hmm. So what that means is when we go to our clients, we can say, look, these are your insights. This is what we know about your audience and what they like. Here's your marketing strategy. But then our job doesn't stop there. It flows naturally into our new elevated creative department so we can authentically deliver on all the great work that's gone before. So when we put that in front of a client, it's an end-to-end solution, which means they don't waste any time rebriefing after the marketing to a different creative entity. So they get continuity, less wastage in time for rebriefs, and ultimately a kind of a more authentic end-to-end solution.
Kicking that off has really been about us walking the walk ourselves and looking at our own brand identity.
Sure. Well, it's important, I think, if we are sending a message to our clients that we have an elevated creative department. It's important that, obviously, as you say, we walk the walk. So our own brand and visual identity needs to reflect that we're taking that creative kind of quality control a little bit more seriously. So we've revamped our logo and we've tried to build it on the right foundations. So as you know, branding is more than your logo. It's more about it's basically your brand is what people say when you're not in the room about yourself and your business. So it's important not only to refresh our visual identity, but get the foundations right. So as you know, we're working on our brand values so we can instill some consistency with our team so that they feel part of something. And then they can project that feeling that we give them to their clients. So it's kind of seamless and it's all joined up and all consistent. And as part of that, the visual identity is part of our brand as well. So how do we look outwardly to our clients? So we've tried to dial back to, where we're starting this from. So we've got a new manifesto now that talks about having a champion mindset. So our people now are ensuring that they are working to best practices. We're actively looking for best people to recruit, and ideally we're working with the best brands and the best businesses. So this kind of almost obsession with being number one and the best, I thought there was quite a nice messaging there that also we could bring to life visually. So you'll see now in our new logo, we have turned the Eye of Champions into a number one because that's our kind of relentless obsession with being the best. An element you told me you were keen to keep was our spectrum of colours, because you felt that gave a really nice nod to the heritage of the brand. It's about blending boundaries, so that kind of blending colours was important to keep because we've got some heritage there. So rather than start again, we've used that, but we've tried to use it a little bit more sparingly. So you'll see from our new logo that becomes our border. It's a little bit like what Apple AI is doing. It's reserving this spectrum of colours almost for like the magic behind the scenes that you get. So we're going to dial that back a little bit. We've got the one in our logo now which reflects our obsession with being the best, and we've got a slightly more creative serif typeface as well that just puts us into a slightly different bracket so that we're actually visually looking like our creative department has just kind of upped its game a little bit and built on the brilliant work it's done previously. But we're just trying to look a little bit more kind of creative in terms of our visual identity, if it makes sense. But most importantly, our brand and our logo is built on something authentic. So it's the way that our people behave, it's the way that we engage with our customers so that you get the kind of full experience.
Yeah, the rainbow colours has always been an important part of the identity, and I think the reason for that is really about blending the boundaries, as you say, not just between us and clients, but also client side and agency experience, to make sure that we're really working in partnership with our clients rather than that kind of typical agency client relationship. Yeah. And our teams are really spending a lot of time integrating into clients' business, which is a really important element I want to make sure stays very much at the heart of what we do. So that's the thinking behind that.
So we've got the initial logo update, and our clients, now people, will start seeing our logo appear on more things. We've got some other ideas as well about, now that we've removed the dot from the eye and that's now become a 1, that dot will actually reappear in other things, and we're going to use it more in kind of animation as an extra visual element. Maybe kind of our charts in our presentations and our decks will now have more of that kind of rounded dot effect styling. So even our internal documents and stuff that we share with our clients, there's going to be a consistency to it that again all dials back to kind of the foundations that we're building it on. So it's exciting times. We're now looking at more animated presentations. We're obviously getting into things like AI as well, just to make sure that our creative department is kind of at the forefront of innovative ways of bringing our brand and our clients' brands to life.